Hello, everyone. Thank you all for attending today's badge pinning ceremony. There's a lot we want to go over, and I know that several of you are taking some time out of your busy schedule to attend. I'd like first for the mayor to speak, and then we'll get started with our agenda. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. And I want to say thank you for inviting me to be part of this celebration. Today is a moment to recognize achievement, growth, and commitment. I want to congratulate to all of the officers that have been promoted today and welcome the new hires. We are glad that you are here for the new hires and grateful for the skill and dedication that you bring to Fitchburg. I also want to thank you all for your patience as what happened this year with the reorganization of the department. I know that sometimes change could be difficult, messy, but I think we are going through the great direction, and I want to say thank you for your patience going through this transition. As you know, one of the most exciting milestones that happened this year is the construction of our police facility, and I want to say thank you also for your patience. It took, 10 years in the making, but so I am glad seeing that building, growing, and I think the chief also looking at that building every day. And this new facility will be a space to provide you a space and the tool that you will need to better serve our residents here in Fitchburg. And as a mayor, I am very proud of this department. I value your work, I care about your well-being, and I respect your service. And I always want you to remember this. And our community is safer because of you guys. Your competence, your dedication, and your willingness to step forward when others step back. So I want to recognize also all your family here. I know there are so many family members here because, you sacrifice a lot for them to be here today and do a good job. And even though you don't wear the uniform, you are part of this team. So thank you. Gracias. Finally, I want to say enjoy your holidays. And congratulations again for the great service that you're providing to our community. Gracias.
Before we get started, there's one thing that I take very seriously, and many of us do. Many of us who take this uniform to serve and protect our communities also have a different job and a different life. Many of your sworn staff are also in the military part-time, and I want to take a moment of silence for one of our fallen military soldiers that lost her life over in Washington this past week. If we could just take a moment of silence. Thank you all for that. Today we're going to discuss one big thing. We're going to discuss change. I was told, I wasn't here 10 years ago, but I was told that for a hiring process to become a police officer, you can have up to and around 300 applicants for one position. That's amazing. And the average age of those applicants or the person that was being hired was in their late 20s. Well, times have changed. Now the average hire is in their early 20s. We have constant recruitment, and we have probably about 20 applicants each process, and we're lucky if we get one to make it through the final stages to be hired. We can look at this as a challenge or an opportunity. A challenge because we have such a young department that it takes a lot of effort to train and mentor and get them prepared for our communities. Or we can look at this as an opportunity. We get to mold them to the current, to the future, and not have to worry about the muscle memories of the past. I look at it as an opportunity. There's a lot that we can do with our young staff. As the mayor mentioned, we have a new police facility. We have a staff that will eventually, it's the inevitable, that's going to grow. This is one of the fastest cities in the state that is growing. And with that comes a lot of uniqueness. We are going to be growing for the next 20 years. And as a city, we have to prepare and we have to make those changes. So now often you hear change is coming. We are living in change. And as we discuss what we're going to bring up in our monthly, our weeklies, our daily discussions, it's all about how do we manage that change. So this year, for 2025, we completed a reorganization process. And part of that reorganization was to help accommodate the future growth of the department and the future growth of the city. We created, and what we want to create with this reclassification is a foundation for that. Obviously, there will be additional positions in the future to come, but we need to set a foundation. We need a smooth transition. And as we look at creating new positions, we really got to vet each and every one of those positions to help the efficiency of the organization, but also to help the mission move forward. That's extremely important. We're not creating positions just to create them. And it also means that for those of you that are in some of those creative positions, as you hear me say often, each position here is important to the organization and important to the community. And you need to understand that when you come into work, because we need you. We need you to come in here and care that you help and know that you're a part of that mission. For example, as we eliminated our communication center, our dispatch, we created a civilian specialist 1, Kim Silva. With that support civilian specialist, she will be in the front line through the office to accommodate our public as they come in. She'll be serving and respecting the people that come in and ensuring they get the services that they need. The support specialist 3, Rodney James, newly created position also, who will be our evidence manager. The purpose of him is to handle our evidence to allow our officers to spend more time out on the streets. With created civilian service positions and the additional civilian staff that we already have, we need to manage them and hold them all accountable, which in any organization you know that you need supervision. And that will be Emily Shunk in her position as a support service specialist. And we have not a created, but a filling in position as a sergeant, Craig Spangler, who will be promoted to sergeant, effective date in January. And then we're going to have a newly appointed position for the detective sergeant, Ariana Ridgely. Through growth, we had a detective bureau. We had detectives, but we ignored them with the resources and the staffing they needed to manage that group. Now, what that unit is going to have is structure. That unit is going to have organization so that they can work efficiently and manage the tough investigations that come upon them. Our first lieutenant on the department, a shift lieutenant, it's just a lieutenant position. Why do I call it a shift lieutenant? The role of law enforcement is extremely complicated on a daily basis. Executive and command staff have to worry about the bigger picture, overseeing the city, overseeing what we often call the 10 or 30,000 foot view. But somebody has to manage the house, and that's what your lieutenant does. They manage that shift. And when the executives are off to meetings, off to other events that the City of Fitchburg Police Department has to attend, they're managing the staff. They are the oversight to our front line. And we're having our first one through Logan Brown. And as we have turnover, we have a newly appointed Aaron Chapin as captain to oversee our patrol duties. Although we've had the captain position, the life of a law enforcement is very short. It's a young person's job. And we come and we go and we need to fill it. Aaron will be coming in here with 25 plus years of experience to help manage our patrol staff. So as we come up and we acknowledge them, I want you all to know that I'm very thankful of you taking on these challenges, because our job is challenging. And we have some big things coming in the future that we need all of your input. From your support, there's each position, as I stated earlier, is important. But before I call you up, we have one position that we didn't acknowledge. This position was already here as a part-time basis. And that's Sarah Falkers. Can you come up, Sarah? Sarah was working part-time for us on kind of, what you say, an experimental phase for she was here for experimental phase on a social work position for the PD. She was working full-time on a part-time salary. So it was only logical to get her here full-time. So now she's working time and a half on a full-time salary. It's not a creative position, but through the reorganization, we were able to keep her full-time. And as I stated, each position is important. I'd be a fool not to acknowledge you. So thank you very much for now being full-time with the PD. And if you'd like to say a few words, go ahead. You sure? Go on, say something.
Thanks.
So we'll begin with the oath, taking of the oath. Kim, Rodney, Emily. Emily's not here. Craig, Ariana, Logan, and Aaron, will you all come up, please?
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name. Who've been appointed to the office of, please state the office you've been appointed to. In the city of Fitchburg. Dane County, Wisconsin. Swear that I will support the Constitution. Of the United States. And the Constitution. Of the state of Wisconsin. And will faithfully discharge the duties. Of said office. To the best of my ability. Congratulations to you all.
Yay.
There you go. Oops, look right this way, bud. There you go. Perfect. Just a little bit. There you go. Perfect.
Another thing that we do, and we're going to create this as a tradition, is in law enforcement, there's a ton of public speaking that we do. And for practice, everybody who is up here has to say something. So we'll start from the highest rank and work our way down in the order. So, Aaron, you're up.
Well, just like Detective Wees, Chief told me that I got like 25 minutes to be able to talk. Is that about where we need to be? couple of things I just want to say is I echo the fact that family is so important in this profession, and to have my family here with me, my wife, my parents, my oldest daughter, my grandson, is something I'm incredibly proud of. The fact that they've supported me through this journey. As Chief said, I've got over 25 years in the career so far, so probably almost back as long as Abby can remember. And our other 3 kids probably didn't know me not being a cop, and they've been there, supported me through highs and lows, and I say thank you. And I say thank you to everybody else who's part of the department, and I'm looking forward to all of the things that we have to come, all of the good things that are going to be happening here in the department. So thank you for this opportunity. I appreciate it very much.
So I'll use up the remainder of the 25 minutes that Captain Chapin didn't use. So when I went through the promotional process, I had some time to reflect on a few things. And 3 years ago today, when I promoted to sergeant, the chief stood over here and told the audience to pause and think about 2 things. And those 2 things were why you took this job in the first place and then who helped you get here. And so those are the 2 things that I want to take an opportunity to talk to you guys about today. 24 years ago, to the day almost, my maternal grandfather retired as a police lieutenant from my hometown. And he was really the reason that I got into law enforcement. I cherish the time that I got to spend with him. And every minute that he influenced me in my life, I greatly took appreciation to that. And so with this promotion falling nearly within days of that anniversary of him retiring, made me think that this coincidence feels more like fate than feeling random. To all the officers that I've worked with that are here today, thank you. To you guys, I obviously haven't become the person that I am today without working with all of you. And perhaps maybe the most important, to my family, Ashley, Larkin, Lennox. I've always said that when I leave the house, the first requirement is to make sure that the home is taken care of and that the home is calm. And the 3 of you help me do that every day when I come into work. To the chief and the other command staff, thank you for believing in me. Thank you for listening to me, mentoring me, and trusting me to help move the department forward. The last thought that I had as I reflected on that was, in a leadership position, that I can create the opportunity, but I can't create the determination. The determination comes from you, the officers, and that when I can bring that opportunity to you and that you as an officer or a sergeant can bring that determination, really magical things can happen here in this department. And so take a minute. My 2 cents of advice is take a minute, look around, and think that this is 10 years ago. This is you all are living the dream that you wanted to live, and the purpose that you're here today. And I hope that each and every one of you are doing exactly what you want to do, and this promotion is exactly what you wanted. So thank you.
Hello. The chief knows I love public speeches, so I feel like I'm being punished, but I really appreciate this opportunity. Like the chief said, this is a new position, so we're kind of making it up as we go along. I think the biggest change so far is that I'm leading a group of people who are my own age, which is fun. So I really appreciate the opportunity. I appreciate the detectives. We're going to be a great team. My job is just to make your job easier, as far as I'm concerned. And I really appreciate the patrol sergeants who helped me learn how to be a sergeant in the first place a few years ago when I started. My family's in Florida, so they're enjoying themselves while I shoveled. But so Officer Topol was kind enough to pin my badge for me. So yeah, command staff, thank you. Feel free to yell at me if I do things wrong, but now I will end this public speech.
Hello. First thing I want to do is thank all of my previous leadership that I had. It started with my FTO sergeant, then Sergeant McCarthy, now Captain McCarthy. And then every sergeant I had along the way, Sergeant Clemens, Sergeant Johnston, to Sergeant Burry. They all helped teach me and raise me into the Fitchburg culture and helped me become a good leader and a good FTO. That also includes a lot of the senior people I worked with on second shift right away. We had Detective Brett Hammermeister, Pedro, you had Lisa, and you had everyone who helped me on second shift, helped grow me and make me a good leader. So that way, when it was my turn to be senior on second shift, I helped really take that shift with the help of Journey and Tyler and everyone else. And we really made it our own. And I just want to give a thanks to everyone I work with. I wouldn't be here without everyone out there. So thank you.
Well, I echo Sergeant Ridgely's sentiment on public speaking is not part of dispatching for 23 years with the department. I'd like to thank our administration and the chief for giving me this opportunity to change roles and to serve the department in a different manner, and hopefully do that for several more years.
Well, I'll keep it short and simple. I'm not really big on public speaking, but I'm grateful to be part of the department and grateful to be part of the records team. Thank you, guys.
Kent McCarthy, and then later Deputy Chief Leahy.
We're still well within that 25-minute mark for everybody, so we're doing great. So I won't take up too much time, but what you see in front of you is quite a lot. A lot of positions at one time. We've never had a reorganization. And so from the sworn and the non-sworn staff, in the last month or two that this has been around, I'm speaking for a lot of people in the room now, the immediate impact of what they've been doing in these positions has been felt. I know personally, with the additional leadership, with Detective Sergeant Ridgely, and Lieutenant Brown, a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders personally. They're doing a great job. And it shows that this is exactly what was needed for this department. The chief opened up with how this is a sign of change. The new facility, these new positions, a sign of change. And to me, it's a sign of optimism and relief that we're trending in the right direction. And we've got such amazing, qualified individuals to step up to the plate, take on some new responsibilities, and help lead this newer generation of the Fitchburg Police Department forward. So this day is about them, but also for those that are here and benefiting from their ability and willingness to step up and take on these additional responsibilities. So I congratulate all of you for taking these initiatives.
Two things that I'd like to, or two areas of the department that I'd like to recognize. As was necessary for this reorganization, we did have to sacrifice some longstanding elements of the police department in our community. I would like to first recognize all of the dispatchers that have ever served for the Fitchburg Police Department, for our community. Your years of dedicated service do not go unnoticed, and I'd like to just recognize all of them right now. Also, I'd like to recognize all of the police officers as part of this reorganization. We did have to sacrifice 3 police officer positions, but I'm confident that the police department leadership is going to be steadfast in our promise to the community and our promise to City Council that we will not stop asking for positions. We do have our COPS grant still out there for 5 positions, so that has not gone away. And we will make a point to ensure that that money does not go to waste for our community. But with that being said, obviously change is kind of the theme of today's ceremony. And if anybody knows police officers, they hate change, but they hate the way things are. So I guess my only suggestion is to embrace it, because every day this profession is changing. The people around you are going to be changing. I look out in the audience and I see, people that I'd been hired with that are no longer with the police department, that are here. Things are going to change, and we all have to be part of that movement forward and assist in any way that we can make these new positions successful, make our police department successful, be innovative, leverage technology as much as we can until we get the adequate staffing that we need. So I'd like to take time to thank everybody. for these, taking upon themselves to step up to these new roles. And some of them that we don't even know what they're going to actually be doing, but it's change, and that's the way of the world. So thank you, everybody.
Just want to close it up with a couple of things. Is definitely appreciative of the support within the department. Many of us are probably not going to be here in 20 years. I know I'm not going to be here in 20 years, at least not working for Fitchburg. I'm a little bit older than everybody here. But 20 years from now, I can guarantee you one thing, that the leadership and the employees that the City of Fitchburg PD is going to have then will still reflect onto some of the changes we're making now, especially with the police facility, and especially with the foundation that we created internally. I guarantee you that. And I'm sure there will be photos and things to reflect upon it. So embrace that piece. We are here. We are a part of that history for the City of Fitchburg. At least from what I hear with the plan, the city's growth is expected to continue for the next 20 years. So we are a big part of that. And I appreciate each and every one of you for sticking around. The one thing I hope does go back to some normalcy is I'd like to see another 300 applicants for one position. And that comes from each and every one of you to bring up the reputation of the Fitchburg PD where it's a place that you want to work. Because as the mayor stated, this is a city, and I'll tell you, and I'm not kidding or joking about that, this is a nice place where you can work, right, have fun, and raise a family. And that's important to many people when you wanna live in a community. You want to be able to do all three. And lastly, I want to thank several of you that are here. A big thing and a big deal when you're at these events is who comes to these events to support the PD. I'll start off with the elected officials. Mayor, thank you for coming. Alder Micah, thank you. Ladauza, thank you for attending. And then we have members from the Police and Fire Commission. We have 3 of you. Could you all stand up? Jim Wheeler, Brian Russell, Sean Baxter, thank you for attending. I come from a past where I dreaded going to PFC meetings. You all make it very enjoyable. You do. The thought process behind what we do there is amazing. It's refreshing, and it shows that you all care about the organization, and I thank you when we're at those meetings. Even the challenging questions that you have are all well thought out. And for a group of people, for me, that has become something very pleasurable for me. So thank you very much for what you do and taking the time out. So we have elected officials. Did I miss anybody else unelected? We're going to move on to the foundation. There's members here from the Police Foundation. Could you all stand up? All right. Oh, Susie, Sean, Linda, Stephanie, and Colleen, thank you all very much for not only, Dave, I said Shaw. Did I say Shazi? Shazi? That's his nickname, by the way. Pardon? Dave. No, thank you all very much. You are also spending time away from your busy schedules to support the law enforcement community here at Fitchburg, and can't thank you enough. Thank you. And leadership, lastly, leadership from the within the City Hall. City Administrator, Deputy City Administrator, thank you for being here. Tracy, thank you for being here. And obviously Jeremy from Fact TV, thank you, Scott. You all do an awesome job in making these things flow. I'm trying to think of who I'm missing, who else I'm missing here in the group. Oh, Robert, thank you from Finance. Robert attends, I think, 99.9% of these. And we thank you enough. He also is our direct contact for our finances that come through Dana. So we have a lot of contact with Robert. Thank you all very much. You all mean a lot for the families. Thank you very much. Cherish these moments. These are the things that you do remember as we leave this profession. You will remember your promotion dates. You'll remember who attended. And even for some of you, what was said. So we have to make sure that they're very meaningful and they do mean something. At least for me, it does. Thank you very much, and God bless you.